All right, we're think.
Wait,
Oh no, there's no wait anymore.
checklist.
What's that
We gotta
checklist?
do our checklist
I'm not doing. We're
for every
live.
episode.
We're live.
Do our checklist.
All right, do the
Okay, are you
checklist while we're
recording?
live. Go
Are
ahead.
you recording it locally?
Locally, yes. Check.
Wait, we're actually.
I know this is funnier this way. Checklist one.
Come on,
Recording.
man.
Oh, all
Okay,
right.
recording locally. Twitch
Yeah.
VODs are enabled.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Let's do the podcast.
Oh, that's the next step. It's not a very.
As
It's
As
long as
long as
you,
you're,
not. It's not a
is your
as
very.
camera
long
on?
as
Is
the
your
audio
audio
It's
working?
not a great checklist. We need to work
Are
Are
on
we
the
live?
live
checklist.
on Twitch? Ladies and gentlemen, apparently we're live. Hello, friends of Speranza. Happy holidays. Welcome back. Tis the season.
It's a season.
This is episode 4 of the Tick Pod and Arc Raiders podcast. As always, I am IITZ Coda. Above me, one of my greatest friends in the world, looking dapper, looking fresh, like he just hopped out of the shower.
Ooh, smart
The
move.
young DJ,
There it is.
DJ Oros. I almost forgot to do
Just
it. That would've
record
been-
it. Just and then I
that
can
would've
push a
been
button or
terrible.
something. I love to hear it.
I like doing it live every time.
I would play it constantly. Lauren, my wife would be not very happy.
No, she would not like that.
No. True.
Anyway, what's up, man? You ready for episode 4 here, week 4 of the pod?
They just the game was like, hey, here's some more stuff to talk about constantly. I know you'll go over what that is. It's been an eventful week. Doing the grinding, doing the the Arc Raiders. Actually, I think I got to play more than I normally do, which is nice. But
I love that for you.
and then in real life, I got to go to a football game. We live in Pittsburgh, and there's a Steelers game on Monday Night Football, and we got some on-field access for the game, which was really cool. So all my fantasy players that I have for them, I was like, guys, we already won this week. Just take it easy. Save it for next week. We all chatted. It was great. We had a good time.
That's incredible. I did see some photographs. It looked like you guys were literally on the field for a hot minute.
We
That's
were
very
not allowed
cool.
to touch the grass. They did not like that.
No grass for you.
Mm-mm.
It's all natural grass. You can't be touching it.
Well, we tried.
It was a whopping 12 degrees. Did you survive? Were you warm? Were you okay? I mean, you're a Pittsburgher, so you got thick skin. We got thick skin over here.
Hey, well, yeah, and the extra, few pounds doesn't hurt. But yeah, we were dressed warm.
You wear it well, brother.
We were with our good buddy Tapito. We were within 200 meters of each other the whole time in the stadium. I only lost him once. It was great. We had a blast. So
It'd be amazing if IRL, like when your friends got a far enough distance away, if like
We
the
should
little
make
meter
that
thing popped up
happen.
over their heads.
smart glasses one day.
Yeah, the Meta Ray-Ban glasses, those are coming soon. Maybe you could do, make third-party software for them and just have like meterage of how far away your friends
If I
are.
have a compass and a meter, I'm set.
Only in meters though. No American
Oh,
units.
yeah,
It's got to
yeah.
be in-game units. It must be metric.
Absolutely. How about
Metric
you?
or bust.
How about you? How was your week? What's going on?
Week was good, man. Got offered the new job, so just navigating through how that's gonna work. So W on the real life front.
Now, real quick, is that at Romp and Roll?
That's at the old Romp and Roll building. Yes.
I've
An
been
entirely different concept in business now, but it is in that. So just in case anybody that's listening from out of town doesn't know, Romp and Roll, Dave and I both simultaneously must have gone there. We might have seen each other there. You never
Probably,
know.
yes,
Small
probably.
world. Well, it was an old roller skating rink when we were growing up. We both loved it. And the company that I just applied for and got the job for, they work out of that old building now, which is sad that Romp and Roll's gone, but it is a cool full circle moment.
Now, real quick.
They left.
I was gonna say, is there remaining parts of Romp and Roll? There?
Yes. Do you remember the little kitty like warm up, like
Favorite
tiny
rink.
little
Mm-hmm.
rink? It
Yes.
has, I mean, it's got to be 10 by 10 at the most. It's tiny. They left that in the back, so there is a little piece of the rink left.
Now, when you say they left it in the back, is that just like there? Do people like bring their skates and skate on it, or?
I'm gonna bring my skates.
Buddy,
and
I'm
skate
gonna
on.
visit you. At work
That's how I'm
all
gonna
the time.
differentiate myself, bro. I'm gonna
You-
pull up. I'm gonna rock the old roller skates too, like the 2x2s.
They're gonna be like, "Who's that guy in the back?" Oh, that's just Brad's friend.
That's
Just
our
let
new
him
hire.
Go. It's fine. Just let him go. Yeah.
Incredible. But yeah, man, other than that, ski season has officially begun. We got dumped on last few days, and it's remained cold. So I will be heading up to our local mountain, which is called Seven Springs. Shout out Seven Springs. So Seven Springs tomorrow.
Gotta get me up there
Yeah,
with you sometime.
please. We've been trying for like 3 years. Every season, I say, come up with me, and then we'll make it work.
Stuff.
We'll make it work one of these days.
Schedules, right? But let's make sure. Maybe Adam doesn't come. He might hurt himself. All right, what we got? What's
Yeah, man. Today in the Arc Raiders world, there is a lot. I mean, this game is incredible, bro. It just feeds us. We can't talk about everything week in and week out. Tons of updates, especially today. We are recording on Tuesday. It is the 16th. So, recording Tuesday the 16th, and literally 12 hours ago, they released patch notes 1.7, the December 1.7 update called Cold Snaps. So we will be going over that a little bit. A tiny caveat, we do not want to bore y'all in the main pod going like line by line through patch notes. So we are going to do a super fun, super special pod on Sunday, which is just us deep diving the patch notes. We will tap on them today, but we're not going to go fully in depth. Other than that, huge news. Arc Raiders won multiplayer game of the year at the Game Awards. Shout out Arc Raiders, 1 for 1.
Yep.
Flickering Flames event is live. That's a part of the Cold Snap update. We're going to talk a little bit about aggression-based matchmaking, if that's real or not, how we feel about it, if we can feel it in game, yada yada. Expedition window is open as of tomorrow, so we'll be going over that, where we stand on it, where it seems like our friends are at, where the community has come back around on this topic. And then last but not least, little holiday break for the devs, man. We love to see it. So we'll talk about how that impacts gameplay and how that impacts maybe some bugs that might rear their ugly heads while they're gone. But yeah, we'll get into that. So that's it on the list for today.
Love it. And I know it's the first thing we're talking about here, but Arc Raiders winning multiplayer game of the year is awesome. I wanted it just to be game of the year, but I know there was a lot of good stuff out there. But like you said, to jump in and we 1 for 1 to get an award, that's incredible.
Yeah, because like realistically, they're not beating Expedition 33, right?
No.
So they might as well just be nominated for one and win one.
And honestly, though, it's great. Like I mean, obviously, you and I think very well deserved.
Definitely.
But it's just nice to see that justification for something that we've cared so much about recently, and just to pull up within a few weeks, and get that win.
Agreed, man. They were up against Battlefield 6, Elden Ring, Night Rain, Peak, and Split Fiction, which I played extensively. Battlefield 6, and I played Split Fiction front to back. I haven't touched Peak, but I've watched Peak. It looks incredible. And then Night Rain, I played through main campaign of Elden Ring, or like the main game.
Okay.
I just didn't touch Night Rain. But I mean, that is good competition. That's no slouching competition. All those games are wonderful in their own right. So big ups to Embark for securing the W there. They extracted successfully.
Wow. Did you Google that, or was that like...
That was off the top of the dome.
Oh my goodness. I love it. We love to see it.
Currently working on my podcast chops, Dave. I'm trying my best over here. But yeah, man, definitely some good competition there. So what do you think? You think it's deserving? You think anybody else should have taken it from the list of 4? Did you play any of those?
I mean, so as far as I played Battlefield 6. It was fun. I think that they definitely beat them out this year. And I didn't play Split Fiction. I know we've talked about it. I played all of their other games, and I know they were winning. They last year they won, or not last year, maybe the year before, with It Takes Two. They won a bunch of
years ago now.
Yeah, and
we're getting old.
Well, not that old, but yeah, they I know they won big with that. So it's just crazy that they jumped in and were able to take the win. I love it. They deserved it. It was great.
Agreed, man. Agreed. And like you said, I just want to reiterate that like it does feel good that it's something that has caught our attention, and it seems like it's caught a lot of streamers' attention. I'll speak for myself. Like I used to watch a lot of Cloaksy and Tfue back in the day, play Fortnite when Fortnite was peak. And they both have been like reignited playing Arc Raiders. Like Turner just started to stream up again like this week, which was really cool to see him come back, because he and Dennis are just content machines and also just incredibly talented at the game. So it's really cool to see that the thing that we're putting our time into and trying to get a little start with here on the pod is being accepted by the big leagues.
and
It's being
doing
seen
well. Exactly.
and doing well, and it's from a smaller company, right? Like all the good things. They're not just money pits and companies that are out to get your money. So very cool.
Yep, love it.
Onward, we march, my dude.
Agreed.
Okay, so we'll touch on a little bit of Cold Snap here. Today it went live. So I think it was like
Ooh.
4 or 5 a.m. this morning. Not sure I woke up and it was live, which was really nice. The update was really quick on PC. Did it take you very long on console?
I think it was already updated whenever I turned it on.
Love console for that. Miss that. Anyway, we got Cold Snap map conditions. Cold Snap, for those wondering, it's going to be treated like an electromagnetic storm or lush blooms. So I was a little hesitant. I was nervous that every map was going to be Cold Snap for the entire month, but it is just a map condition. So that'll rotate around. Each map getting the freezing weather condition for a while. You and I hopped in earlier today. I don't know if we figured out exactly how long it takes before you start freezing. What do you think? Maybe like 2-3 minutes, somewhere in there.
Yeah, before you start to take damage, I'd say about 2 minutes. Like you notice it pretty quickly, but before it affects you playing, about 2 minutes. But it's nice to see that there's that embark consistency on you seeing everything. I thought that was
Yes.
just great. I think we noticed that right away where we jumped in there and then snow starts to build up on your character, and then it's like, oh, I'm moving slower. We need to hit a building now, and I
Yeah.
love that. I think that's great.
Agreed, man. I'm so happy that they didn't just make it like a UI element, like a bar that shows that you're getting colder. It's like you just have to read the side. I noticed earlier too, the sides of your screen start icing up, which is really cool. So both your character and then the sides of your screens ice up. All you got to do is get inside a building. I wasn't sure if it was going to be like we needed to gather around like a heat source, but you really do just need to get inside, and then you defrost and you can go again. Within the Cold Snap update here, we also got the Flickering Flames event. I don't know if you want to run that on the stream real quick.
Oh yeah, I pulled up. I have both pulled up already, and then yeah, the Flickering Flames, which they're treating just like an expedition, right?
Yeah, it's running the same way for sure. It's got 6 phases to it, 6 steps.
So, how long do you think it'll take you to complete the expedition there, the Flickering Flame expedition?
Me personally, or
Yeah.
general, just like a casual player?
You personally.
I think maybe like a week if I'm actually trying to, because I can't just like fully dedicate myself to doing that. Like I'll want to like PvP, or I'll want to do some like PvE stuff. But yeah, I would say over the course of a week we'll probably get it.
Now, how do you think that'll play? I don't know if it's in the notes, and shame on me for not knowing, but it goes well past the time of the expedition, correct? For the Flickering Flame.
The event goes well past the expedition window closing. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. So how will they handle if once you reset and everything like that? Do you think it'll just like continue on, like anything you've already contributed towards that, since it's going to be a full reset on your character, or is it like, hey, finish this if you're going to finish it and start fresh, or did they break that down?
I don't think they said specifically, but what you just said is my guess. I think like whatever you have committed, the resources that you've committed to that event, like that won't affect you when you leave on your expedition
Okay.
window. So like if you already gave your empty wine bottle, it's not gonna like reset you back to 0. That's my assumption. That's
Okay.
my take. I don't think they would do that. They're pretty good about making sure like if you've already started something, they're gonna let you complete it.
I hope so, and they, like you said, they've honored our time already so far, so I don't see them changing that. But it is just weird how you are resetting within the cycle, and then this overlaps over top of it. So it'll be nice to see like what they do.
I do agree. Let's talk about that real quick. I thought maybe they would do everything at once, right? Like expedition window open like maybe 7 days ago, and then this update would hit and everything would go at once, like fresh expedition, new map conditions, essentially like a new cycle. But maybe internally what they're trying to do is not break it up into like a seasonal content thing. They kind of want it to be a live world at all times. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Where do you stand?
I kind of wish they would have held off until next week, even if it were. So we have, we have 7 hours until the window opens for the expedition, right? I think it kind of would have been nice if like Tuesday next week was when they dropped all of the Flickering Flame stuff. And I get it. Like I know they want to keep content out. I'm sure it gives people stuff to do, but I do kind of wish it would have just all launched together. Because if you were going to stay and you weren't going to jump into that window, but now it does, like, and this is not a workbench at all or anything like that, but it does feel a little jumbled that they threw it in right before my character's about to leave. I was playing earlier while some people were taking notes, and my one friend was like, wait, should I be doing this because I'm going to be leaving anyway? Or, and I, it's a great question to ask. And I mean, I think they'll do right by us. We'll talk about later, but they're, letting us keep extra currencies and things like that. But no, if it were me, I would have just done it next week.
I agree. I think I do really agree. Feels a little disjointed or something, or just maybe it's just because we're so conditioned to expect that from seasonal updates. But yeah, agree with you, brother. Anyway, just a couple more quick things there. A huge one, the new Raider deck coming on 12/26/25, so the day after Christmas, American Christmas.
And
Christian
it's
Christmas,
the
whatever you
it's
call
the
it.
goalie.
It's a goalie, dude. They love DJ Oros. They love the DJ.
Now I am
for
not
those
a
of you who
goalie.
haven't, he's not a goalie, but he's a big hockey guy. For those of you who haven't listened to the first 3 episodes, both Dave and I love hockey. Dave loves hockey probably tenfold as much as me, big hockey guy. And yeah, so you can probably see it there on the stream. Dave's probably got it pulled up, but a nice little hockey fit. Dude, that goes hard. That's a good skin. It's a great skin.
Look at that outfit. Oh my goodness. And even better that it looks like that hockey player shops at Aldi. So it's a double win.
It's in your color scheme too. Crazy.
Although it's kind of Buffalo Bills colors.
It is. Lil Poop said in the chat, what if you were wearing the new goalie outfit? Won't it keep you warm? I think that was probably in reference to us talking about the heat conditions. I saw somebody on Reddit today said it doesn't matter. They went out with a t-shirt and they went out all bundled up, and they started taking damage relatively around the same time. So not sure if Reddit is always 100% correct. Also, I did want to mention last episode we talked about how the benches are resetting, and I sounded pretty sure, and I thought I was pretty sure about how those are going, but just as a caveat, just to make sure that we're not putting out false information, I am not 100% on that. We're just going to wait and see how the benches reset. So, take it with a grain of sand. What I said last week, I thought that the info I had was good, but you never know, man.
Well, and you said that, and I was 100% behind you because I thought I read that somewhere, and I honestly thought I read it within the expedition. So I'm guilty as well with just being like, oh man, I tricked myself into believing it was real. Maybe they'll change it though because we said it so much.
I mean, they love listening to you, DJ.
Well, hey, guy, if we want to keep the workbench level, make us re-unlock it. Base unlock it and then put it back to where we were level wise. All right, guys, just do that for us.
I love it. Yeah, so just stick with us, and we will have confirmation whenever they actually release the patch, and we will make sure that we get you guys 100% correct information. We'll be very opinionated here on the pod, but I don't want to be a podcast that puts out false info. So sorry about that once again.
We'll make a mistake here and there, Maybe we won't record a whole episode.
Maybe we won't record a whole episode. Maybe we'll forget to press record. Otherwise, I think we just skip the patch notes here, right? Let's just leave that for Sunday.
Yeah.
Unless anybody in the chat wants to go over anything. You want to tap anything real quick?
I don't think it's the worst. If you want to just, hit the base. I mean, if there's any things that popped out to you, I have it set up here. So let me switch it out. Nothing crazy. There is one thing that I definitely want to go over in the patch notes, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, sure.
All of this stuff seems great. They're doing the new goal event. They talk about the departure window, and then all the patch highlights. Which, if we just the patch highlights, the skill tree reset, which I think is big.
Yes.
So if we want to talk about that for a second,
Yeah, real quick,
Yeah.
2,000 space coins per skill point, but you can go in and if you have $2,000 in game space coins, in game currency, cred, but not cred, but in game currency, um, whatever you want to call it, 2,000 of those will get you one reset. So say you have 5 in a mobility part of your tree and you want to move them, you just pull one out for 2,000, throw it in another tree. Really nice addition, especially for people who are not going on expedition.
All right. Here's what I want to talk about.
Ready.
The Shredder. What?
Oh, okay. Well, I'll get into Shredder with you.
I mean, I already struggle fighting people PvP. I'm not good at it. And the PvP map, which is the only map that has the Shredder right now, right?
Yeah.
The Shredder is also very dangerous already. They're making it stronger. What are they doing? They're
An absolute massive buff to the Shredder, dude.
I read that you were typing away, and I'm just reading and I'm like, wait. Reduce the amount of knockback applied by weapons? What do you mean? Like they so it's I'm gonna shoot at it, and it's gonna be like, good luck. Then they increase the health of the Shredder's head, which is like typically where I try to shoot it. So again, it's like I'm gonna be shooting at it, nothing, doesn't matter. You better have grenades if you're gonna try to kill this thing. Free kits are not a thing there. Improve the Shredder's navigation to reduce getting stuck on corners. That's the only way I survive. Is the only way. I played a game called Friday the 13th years ago with all my buddies. One person would play as Jason, the other people would play as all of the kids at the camp, right? The only way to survive Jason for me was get behind a long table and just run in circles around the table because he can't jump over them. That's what I did. That's how I survived the Shredder, and now they're making him better at that. And they'll increase the speed at which the Shredder enters combat. I'm already trying to dodge him no matter what, and now he's gonna be like, no, I'm getting right in there. You're in trouble. I'm not playing this map anymore. It was fun playing Stella with you. I had a blast.
I'll miss you, buddy.
Thank
I'll miss you.
Thank you.
They did give it in the patch notes. They tucked it in here, but there is a slight nerf, and that is that there are an increased number of parts of the Shredder that can be individually destroyed. So if I think that means we're reading between the lines. If you shoot him in the right locations, he might go down as quick, if not a little bit quicker. Don't shoot him in the head, Dave. You got to shoot him in like the base of him where you can see
all the
golden
little
flames.
Parts, yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Love it.
Yep. But you won't be on the map anyway, so
I'm not gonna be there. Yeah. Hey, just let me know.
I'll miss you, buddy. I'll miss you.
Let me know how it is over there. To tell everyone I said hi. And I'm scrolling through. I do think we do on Sunday do the rest of the chat if you're okay with that for the notes.
Yeah, sure. We'll keep this a little shorter today and keep it more fun.
I love it. All right, I'm gonna pull patch notes off the screen. Okay.
One thing I did want to hit real quick is the flickering flames. We didn't finish that.
Yeah.
It's all about these candleberries that are now on the map, which are really cool. You and I were trying to harvest them earlier. I couldn't find them. You found them first, and you said they look like little cranberries.
And do they not? I mean, they kind of are.
They do. It was a great comm, dude. I found them. Anyway, you just gotta like harvest a ton of those. So similar to like Great Mullen or finding mushrooms out in the wild, same sort of thing. Each step, I'm on step 2.
Oh,
of
you
the
got your
6
wine
steps.
bottle.
I did get my wine bottle. I sold it right after we got off. Yay. But each step requires candleberries. So PSA, if you're listening to this before you play, make sure you don't just sell your candleberries if you have extra from the first round, because they do keep stacking. I'm not sure levels 3 to 6, but at least the first 2 levels you need them.
And I know, to throw in there, I know it's probably common sense to say, but people have put up in all of the communities like what you're gonna need. I know there's walkthroughs for most. I know a lot of people, sometimes myself, don't want to have that knowledge ahead of time, but if you just take a look at stuff that you want to make sure you're not throwing away for the next 2 weeks here to complete it, please go out and look beforehand. I think I took screenshots of a few things, and to help your time, especially if you're trying to get that 5 extra skill points to make sure you save the right stuff, especially right now.
Totally. I do like that if you want to play the game where you know everything, if you want to YouTube everything or go on Reddit for the info, it's there. But I'm with you. I'm definitely more of the like, let me figure it out in game. I'd like to know myself. And then I like to help my friends if they ask if they want to know. But otherwise, I'm with you there. I like to just kind of like figure it out as I go. All the mistakes involved.
Agreed.
All right, man.
Agreed.
What do you say we have some fun?
Wait.
You
We're
down
having
for a little
fun?
quick? You down for a little quick hit segment?
I didn't realize we were jumping into this. No, I don't. I feel like these are all going to be mean. It's
There's nothing mean.
oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Then
There's two
yes.
funny ones at the end.
Okay.
Shout out A Miller 189 in the chat. Rest in peace, Romp and Roll. Take a moment of silence for Romp and Roll.
Yep.
The greatest times were had as a child there. All right. For those of you who are new, this is a little segment that we do that we still need help with the name. So please leave your comments on YouTube what you think we should name the segment. For now, we're just calling it Quick Hits. We can call it Magnetic Accelerator.
Ooh.
How about that? Makes the gun shoot faster.
Yeah.
Or Danger.
I mean, dude, Danger is not a bad one, but I do like Magnetic Accelerator. That's pretty good.
All right. We got a few names thrown around there. Let us know what you think is the best. But this is a little segment here where I or Dave ask each other questions, typically 6 to 7. In the future, we will run a timer on the screen for like a minute 30, and try to get all the answers in time. And then we will award space points, which are absolutely nothing, but it makes it fun. All right. This week, I'm asking Dave. Dave asked last week, so I go this week. You ready, my friend?
I think so.
Tickets. Lil Poop said tickets.
I kind of like that one too.
Not bad. Okay, we're cooking. All right, dude. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Self-res in the game is a very rare gold item. No blueprint. Just find it. Is this a good or a bad addition? Would you like to see it or not?
Yes, I would love that if there was one that spawned on every map at the beginning of the map, and you couldn't take it with you after the round. It turned into like a quest item, and you couldn't use it again.
Find it on the map. Can't leave with it. That's
so lucky, so happy. I found it. You get it for one map, then you're done. Yes.
Okay, like it. What is the most OP item in the game right now, and why is it the trigger nade?
It's not, and it is. What is the most OP weapon or OP thing in the game? I think it's zip lines.
Zip lines over
Yes,
trigger nades. We play two entirely different games. Number 3, is crafting Esperanza give you XP?
Yes.
Albeit a very small amount, but when you craft something, should you gain some small amount of XP for crafting?
Yeah, I think everything we're doing gives us XP. Every time you open a locker gives you XP. Why not when you go back to your town, Shout out the Toop. I do think that you could get, even if it were 2 experience points from making some bandages. Yeah, if you want to sit there and farm bandages all day, go ahead, do it while I open one locker and it gives me the same amount of experience. But it could be something nice to add to, the grind.
Okay. All right, number 4, my friend. Shout out to Arc Raiders Intel on Instagram for this one. I saw this earlier today. Should there be a defib in like a break to use case, like think like a hatchet or a fire extinguisher, in highly contested value loot areas that has a defib in it? So like say you're fighting in control tower,
right?
Like you end up killing the whole team, or like there's one guy up, like should you be able to find a defib on the wall, like break that open, grab the defib your boy?
No, but what I do think,
Okay.
I would like to see. Okay, yeah, something different than a defib though. It shouldn't, like, his defib you can use on your own team, right, to heal quicker, and like you would, if you get that, you're just throwing it and storing it, and like if for solos, it could be like you can only use it on opponents. You can't use it on your own team. And because I want it for in case of an emergency where I found somebody I really like to play with, like I'm like, oh, this guy's funny, he's down, or I get to be like the jury, the judge, and be like, all right, tell me your story, and you get to res one person, and then move forward. But that's it. I don't want it for any other purposes.
Okay, noted. Question number 5: headgear or no headgear on skins in the game? What looks better? What's your preference?
Oh, no headgear. Ski mask always, no headgear.
Love it. All right, 2 purely hypotheticals to round the thing out today.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, if your buddy in game ran 150 meters in the opposite direction as you were calling the train, how many train cycles would you wait for him to arrive at the extract, and or would you go help him?
Okay. If it were
purely hypothetical.
If it were okay, if it were 150 meters away, I would wait 3 train cycles.
Okay.
But if it were 200 meters away, I would wait 1 train cycle.
Noted. Last but not least, last purely hypothetical question of the day. Would you ever sneak a round of Arc Raiders in while your co-host is hard at work slaving away on your next episode of the Tick Pod and Arc Raiders podcast hotline?
I mean, define slaving away. Well, am I playing Arc Raiders right now? You don't know.
You could be.
I might be. No.
This one just came to me earlier today. You know, there was no like impetus for it.
No, I don't
Just,
think
like,
I would.
you know,
I don't
light
think I
bulb
would
moment in
ever
my
do
head.
that ever. No. Doesn't seem like the right thing to do. Sorry, no.
Congrats, you did it. You did it. We got to get a running clock for that
We do.
and figure out how many minutes is the best for the segment itself. I think we should do 10 and it's like yes or no answers. That way we can't like
That's true.
explain
That's true.
ourselves away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I
Good
mean,
job, sir. Good
But
job.
the
I love
explaining,
that.
explaining is kind of fun.
It really is. It is. It is.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. It was good.
Thank you, man. On to the next.
On to
Expedition
the next.
window opens tomorrow, dude. We are so close. What'd you say earlier? It's about 7 hours.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm playing the game right now, and I just got out of a match. So it's 7 hours and 31 minutes. Is where we sit.
Nice.
So, yeah. So soon, and that's exciting. I think I asked you earlier today, and I think we're going to talk about it anyway. Are you just like jumping right into it, or are you going to wait until what is it next week, right? So Monday.
So, yeah.
Are you just
It'll
gonna?
be. So I'm in a weird spot. I thought I was going to be between 3 and 4 extra skill points, but I am now comfortably at 4 and on my way towards 5. So I don't know. It depends on how my week pans out, how much I go skiing. But yeah, man, I might push for the 5, but I'm also not going to like interrupt enjoying the game to do that. I definitely am. I have no grind set for it, but if I just, naturally hit 5 mil, then I'm down. Otherwise, I think I'll probably end at 4 with 4 extra skill points.
Now, what has your grind set been? Like, have you been trinket running for that? Like, what has your play been? Or do you just go in, if you get stuff, you're playing, you get stuff and you get out, or a hybrid of both? What's been your best come up for money?
I think quickest like price to performance way to do it for me has been running solos. So like solo Buried City, try to get Grandioso Apartment Spawn. If I don't get that, then I'll go like a little bit more. I'll know that I'm going to have to fight a little bit more. Like if I'm in hospital, if I'm dead center in the map, I try not to fight in solos, but we'll tap into this later. But I think that the solo lobbies that I get put into matches me with other people that shoot their guns a lot. So
okay.
A lot of the times I'm on edge, and I will say my biggest come ups are always from like times where I do have to fight. Like I know a guy's stalking me, or I'm stalking another guy. I try to talk to him, no response. Those are the times I make the most money for sure. But like the thing that consistently works for me is load into Buried City, run immediately to Grandioso Apartments, trinket farm that. If I hear somebody else pull up, sometimes if I'm really not trying to fight, I'll just dip with what I have, and I'm getting like 35, 45, 55K out of those.
All those snow globes, huh?
Exactly, snow globes and mixtapes, baby.
Back there, baby.
You do have the snow globes up.
Right
We did holiday decorate. I got the reindeer and the tree back here.
I think we'll like grow. Like I'll have more trinkets next week for the holiday than I will today. Just as we get further into the season. So next Tuesday,
you won't even be able to see your couch at a certain point.
Exactly. There's gonna be so many ornaments and so many trinkets. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you first.
Just going off that, I think I'm in the same boat. Obviously, I'm for a little further behind than you are money wise. I think around, even with my inventory stuff, around 2.5 million. So I'm gonna hopefully be grinding out, and I'm off from work on Sunday. So I also think the wife works on Sunday, so I might be able to trinket farm for hours on end, and try to.
Do you still enjoy doing that?
I do.
As a solo?
Yeah.
You like? Okay.
I love it.
Me
as
too.
a solo.
Me too. Honestly, I love it.
I do prefer it as a duo. I think we'll talk about it very shortly here, but a lot of the times when I play with some other friends of mine, the aggression's not there. Like we don't get smacked on with other people right away. It's very, hey, we're just trinket farming or doing quests or whatever, and they let us go. So I think I really love it duos. I think I always try to jump in with a friend. I was an only child, so I'm always trying to play with somebody here. So,
Adorable.
but solos is great. Duos is my favorite. I think lobby to jump into, and trios is great. But it's just that you're always fighting in trios, no matter what, if you're friendly or not.
For sure. The come up can be massive in trios, but you're definitely looking at PvPing your way out of there in order for it to be a big come up. Well, let's just get into it because that's a good segue. Big topic in online this week. Shout out to a dude that I used to follow in Apex who has now moved over to Arc Raiders, the gaming merchant on YouTube. Also Cloud Plays. Those two both did videos on aggression-based matchmaking and if it's real or not. I do want to just say out of the gates, before we get into this, nothing has been confirmed by the development team outside of a PC Gamer interview with one of the art directors that said matchmaking is complex and behavior is on some level taken into account. That's literally the only thing that they've said officially on the record. So everything else is speculation, but I think it's something good to get into because this, especially today, this happened to us earlier today. I loaded into a duos. It felt very normal for me. Everybody was just shooting on site in the duos, and you were like, why is everybody so aggressive? Like,
So
nobody's
angry.
trying to talk. Everybody's shooting on site.
Friendly.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll just say personally, like, that makes me think it's definitely in the game, right? Like, on some level.
Yeah.
Because I'm not shooting at most people. If I'm in duos or trios, I'm assuming everybody else is hostile and going from there. If I'm in solos, I'm assuming everybody's friendly and going from there. That's my stance.
Well, I will say
Were you-
though, I play with you a lot, and there are times when we're in duos together, and you're like, "Hey, we don't have to do this. We can just go our separate ways." And especially when we're doing like small trinkets. I mean, there's been times where we're like, "All right, we're killing, right?" And we go in and just straight out do that. But yeah, I will say you are more of a, hey, if you're going in with a team at all, we're getting people.
Yeah. I think it's self-preservation because I think I try to be like friendly out the gates in duos and like you just lose your stuff, man. And if you're in on a kid, it just feels bad. So I always assume somebody is out to shoot first, and then we'll go from there.
Well, even Arc
I'll
Raider
definitely
says
do the
shoot
thing
first.
too, where I'll knock kids and then be like, I'll res you, buddy. Like it didn't have to be like this, but then they say some wild shit off their cuff, and I'm like, nah, you're not getting res now, dude.
Nope.
Okay, well,
I feel very that I mean, okay, so nothing's confirmed. We agree on that. But it does
nothing
feel
confirmed by devs.
it does feel like that they threw something in there. Maybe not 100% or but like some sort of, between the two of us, it's like, all right, well, they shoot half the time, or they PvP half the time, and they put it into a neutral lobby. It's so consistently who I play with. But when I play with Special Adam, we're always friendly with everybody. When I play with Torpedo, I'm always fighting people. When I play with you, I'm always fighting people. I'm just kidding, Torpedo. It's like half the time, but it's it does seem more consistent in that way. It might just be the time of day we play. Who knows? But
That's a big part of it too. I totally agree.
But
That's
for the most part,
necessary to talk about.
I could see it, and they've already done. We out the gate. We were talking about hey, like you can get matched in with trios as a duo, and then they were like, actually, we switch that up and immediately. So why not have something like this as well, where if they see you as a certain style of player, they might not try to throw you in as much. Maybe you don't have a choice at some points, but
Yeah.
if the numbers thin out at all or anything like that, but if they're able to, why not? So
I agree, dude. I think it also incentivizes people who might really want to play friendly. Like that is their main MO. They want nothing to do with PvP interaction. I really do hope those people are, I don't want to sound like looking down on them, but I hope they're protected in their own little thing so that they can enjoy the game in a way that they want to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like maybe not fully protected, like they're going to get shot at every once in a while, but I hope the game logic does try to get them into a separate lobby where they can experience the game without constant threat of PvP. Whereas I look at it the exact opposite. That's what makes me enjoy the game the most is PvP interactions and just always being on edge. So I hope that they make me with other people that view the game that way as much as they can.
well, do you think that's the happy medium? People have been, PvE lobbies, and if they're able to actually bring that and and use it effectively, which again they could already be doing.
Right.
But when people were like, "Oh, I'm just here to do the quests and do the looting, and I don't want to kill anybody. I just want to kill, AI or bots and stuff," and with that, I feel like that might be everyone shouting from the rooftops that there needs to be a PVE mode. That might be the best way to merge that, right?
Like you said, I hope that's what they're quietly doing behind the scenes. I hope that's literally what they're doing right now is finding a way to filter in players that are consistently friendly or players that are consistently aggressive and attempting as much as they can with the players online at the time to matchmake accordingly. I hope so. I agree with you 1,000,000%. That is the way to keep everybody happy playing the same game.
Very much agreed. Very much agreed.
All right.
Well,
that's aggression-based matchmaking, bro.
Well, I was going to say, I think you had one more thing, which I did want to jump into because I think it is important that if they are doing the aggression-based matchmaking, that it is in each game type, a solo, duo, or trio, because you shouldn't be judged off of your solo play when you go into trios, and if you're shooting people just in the same way, backwards. Like if you're playing with trios, you shouldn't be judging when you're going in by yourself. At least in my mind, I don't think that that's fair. I think they're three very separate game modes, and at least from how I play the game. But what's your thoughts on that?
I totally agree, dude. But so looking at it objectively, though, I don't know how easy that is for them as a game development team to separate out. Because I wonder if, like, statistically speaking, as a player, they look at like percentage of aggressive interactions in game per mode, if they can break it down that small, or if they just look at you on a whole. I really, really hope, like you're saying, it is broken down into solos, duos, and trios, because I treat my solos like literally the exact opposite as I treat duos or trios. And duos is a little bit more of a gray area, but trios and solos couldn't be more different in my mind. I'm never trying to shoot in solos. I love the community interactions, but I really hope, like what you're saying, they can make the separation of yourself as an individual player. Like, I just don't know how much data that takes, how much processing power that takes. Like, I don't know what they're capable of behind the scenes. What do you think? You think they're able to do it? Or?
It might be it might be tougher, but I do think if they're already breaking it up into those three categories, you can have a DJ Oros solos, a DJ Oros duos, and a DJ Oros trios. And it's like, all right, well, we see when he's in solos, he is just shooting every person there. Let's throw him in the sweatier lobbies. In duos, he's not shooting as much. I do think that they are capable of doing it. I mean, look what they've done already. Just with everything else in the game, I bet they can handle analytics like that.
Valid. Yeah, I won't even call myself a game chair dev. I know absolutely nothing about like what they have space and
yeah,
power
it's easy. It's nothing for them. Nothing for them at all. They can do whatever they want.
Oh, it's simple. They have all the energy in the world and all the space in the world. Indeed.
Just work harder. Okay.
But yeah, this is definitely something we will be tracking as it goes along, because I think it really does play into how we interact with each other as two, coming into the game as two different types of players. It is really cool to have a game that we have like a middle ground on, but we'll be paying close attention to how aggression-based matchmaking plays out. Okay, hey, on a light note, man, and something I absolutely love, the devs are going on a holiday break. I know you're shaking your head over there. You might not agree as much.
No.
But as brainwashed Americans, it's such a relief to see a development company saying, hey, these people are incredibly important to us and their lives outside of developing this game are incredibly important to us. So go have your holiday break and make it very apparent to the people that play the game that they will be on break and that things won't be updated as quickly. Does that kind of suck if there's like a game-breaking bug in for the next week or 2, 3 weeks, whatever they get? Like, yeah, sure. Of course it sucks. But I'm going to go ahead and put humanity above gameplay for 3 weeks here. Give them their break, because I think that's what made them such a good dev team to begin with. That's my hot take here. I think the reason they're as good as they are is because they treat their people well and they treat their people with respect, and the people want to be working there and they have interest and things on the line within the company. And this all folds into that. I love it. I love that they're getting their break. I love that they're getting some time off, and hopefully they'll come back even stronger and ready to go. Not burn out, Bunch of burnt out human beings over here in the American workforce. I'll tell you what, brother.
Okay, well, here we go. So no,
I'm-
no work harder. How dare you take a break? I paid $40 for your video game,
Oh,
and
God forbid.
yeah, $40. Okay, and you're gonna charge me $31 for a T-shirt that's sold out that I can't buy anything on your merch store, and you were gonna go take a vacation to get back in there and work
You're a troll,
harder.
dude. You're
I
a
know,
troll.
I know. I
Well,
think
how do
it's
you
a,
actually feel? How do you
I
actually
think
feel?
I'm super happy about it. I think like you said, wait, one color available. Oh, never mind. I
So
think it's a great thing. I wish other studios did that. I would rather take a delay on a game if it means that the people that are making it are happier about their job and the game comes out probably better. It's no guarantee that it'll be better, but it
Sure.
most likely will be better if they're happier in their environment and not just getting like just let some people play the game while some people are taking notes. I think that's what the moral of the story, and just let them. That's
I love you too.
that's just what it is. No, I love it. I think that it is a big thing. I think a lot of other studios could take a note from that. And I hope they enjoy their holiday. They've given me plenty of hours of entertainment playing this game. I hope that they get some time to rest and hang out and do stuff that they want to do and come back stronger. And if you don't come back stronger, then I will take back everything I just said.
And you're going over to Marathon. How about that, dude?
Oh, that's
How
true.
about that for a
That's right.
segue?
Actually, if you don't come back stronger, I'm in. I'm sure. Let's get into it. You're done with holiday talk, right? You're gonna be like, let them be
Yes.
good. It's fine. Okay.
Thank you, Embark Devs, for all
Yeah.
that you have done for us the last couple months. We love you guys. Please rest up. Enjoy thyselves. Come back even stronger. Thank you for what you've done.
Because you're gonna have to come back stronger. Because as of recent, Bungie, it's a video game developer company, just launched a Vidoc on their upcoming extraction shooter called Marathon.
Dun, dun,
Um,
dun.
Yeah, this is the Arc Raiders killer right here. That's what it's gonna happen. I only say that because I played Destiny 2, Destiny 1 for 10 years, and every game that popped up they said was gonna be the Destiny killer, and they made it 10 years without losing interest. So Bungie put out a Vidoc explaining what their extraction shooter was gonna be like. They're launching in March 2026. So we still have a few fun months of Arc Raiders. This podcast is going to go at least until then. Um, just kidding. Obviously, oh my goodness, your face was like it's done. We're out of here.
Your troll mode on a million tonight.
I know. I love Arc Raiders. It is my favorite game. I've realized recently all of my favorite games are extraction shooters. Sea of Thieves and Arc Raiders, yeah, at least 2 of the 3 are extraction shooters, yeah. So I'll always play it. But the big differences in the game are that it's a first person shooter, and they do as you go in and when they're explaining in the Vidoc, their lore gets pretty deep. Like they do have that storytelling presence, and I think that is a big thing that I hope Arc Raiders continues to do more of. I think they've gotten into it, but I from what we've seen, just and Bungie always puts out a good commercial. That's what they do best, better than anything else they do. Their commercials are the best. But them just talking about the reason you're going here, why it's going on, the factions within the game, the lore, the story building, the world building is just, I think they did a really good job with. So I think we have to watch out for that. But how do you feel like first person shooter? Like is that gonna make you go try it? Are you gonna see what's going on? Like what's
Yeah, I was thinking about it when you asked me earlier. I really have come up like 50-50, man. I've put equal times in first person shooters and third person shooters.
okay?
Like probably between Marvel Rivals, Fortnite, and whatever I end up putting into Arc. That's all third person, and then I have like Apex, Call of Duty, Destiny, a ton of other single player games I can't remember off the top of my head. I probably have a little bit more time in FPS, like in first person, but I'm really not. That's not a huge draw for me.
Okay.
I do love both. I have no like at the end of the day, I don't think I can pick one or the other. Maybe I will say FPS gunplay is always like a little bit crisper and a little quicker, which is really enjoyable as a player. But I like the headiness of uh, third person point of view games sometimes, like playing your corners correctly, like outsmarting another team in that way. So yeah, man. Can I give my feeling about this trailer myself? Because we might have different opinions.
Please. Well, I mean, it's a Vidoc, but yeah, go ahead. Tell me.
I think it's really healthy that Arc will have competition in the space, especially that far into their window. I think they could kind of go on cruise control 5-6 months in that that's where they'll be at that point. I think it's great to have some competition in the space. It was very healthy when Apex was big. They counterbalanced the Call of Duty, and both of those games were really good for a while because they were playing off of each other and making sure that they pulled players from each other's player base. So I think that's super healthy. I will say I'm going to be an Arc stan on this one. Watching this video, I watched it a couple times. I watched it twice. It reminded me of, Starfield. Like the Starfield, like release video was like so good and so epic, and it was like, oh, this game's gonna be the greatest thing ever, and then it kind of like fell on its face. So I have those vibes out of the gate. I might be entirely wrong. Could be incredibly wrong on this one, but it does feel a little more hollow. There's some like magical element to Arc, and something that just in the way that they talked about their own game in Embark that made me feel a little bit stronger towards Arc than Marathon. That being said, I will absolutely play the game with you, but that's where I stand.
Well, yeah, I'm with you on the heart. I'm with you on a lot. I mean, what they launched first, right? They were the first like widely accessible. I know there's one other extraction shooter. I think like
Wait,
the consoles.
Sorry. We're doing terrible. Chat's going crazy and we're not paying attention to chat. That's on me. I'm sorry.
That's you. I have nothing to do with them.
We're sorry, everybody. We're in our own world over here.
Go ahead.
Oh, we got St. Jimmy in the chat. Okay, Adam says, I like third person now because you can see your person. I agree. That's good for skins. We love skins, right?
Yep, cosmetics are great.
Jimmy just pulled up in the chat. The young Jimmy. What's up, my brother? All right. Thank y'all for hanging out in the chat. We appreciate you. We'll get better at reading chat and answering chat as we go. All right, back to you, David. I'm sorry, brother.
I'll get more screens. It's no big deal. We see differently on that. You think that there's no heart. I do think. I know that.
If I said no heart, that's aggressive. It just feels a little hollow. I think that's what I meant to say.
I know they got bought by Sony, and Sony's this big company now. But when they were independent, and like again, I years and years of playing Destiny, and yes, do they try to make money? Absolutely. They try, like, I think we mentioned earlier, Activision is like a comparable, like, hey, we're gonna make you pay for the base game. Also, you're going to pay for all the cool cosmetics. You can't just earn them. You can't. Where I think Arc Raiders is doing everything perfect. I like in that aspect. They could have more of a merch store, but you can earn a lot of the cosmetics. If you want to buy stuff in here, great. But it's not the best stuff that you can buy that you can wear. And I think that's a really, really important thing. A lot of the stuff you can earn. Now, I don't know how Bungie will do the Marathon store, but I do really, really believe in them when it comes to world building and lore and storytelling, and I'm hoping that there is a cinematic play. Now they're only charging $40 as well, which I think is great because Bungie is known to be like, oh, $70, sorry, or $100, sorry. So that's great. I don't think it's gonna pull from the Arc Raiders community that much. Yes, I think people will go over and jump and play it. I think a lot of people will play both. If I'm being honest, I think this genre is kind of taken off, at least in the console world, because we haven't really had it. I know PC has been different in that aspect, but if you're hitting a lot of people where the easiest access to video games is buying an Xbox Series S for $300, then if you can play these games, then you're set.
Yes.
I think. Go ahead.
Hear me out on this one. I think extraction shooters are the next 7 years of what battle royales just were. I think we just went through the battle royale ups and downs, the peaks and the valleys, and I think now extraction shooters are kind of filling that, which is like good and bad, right? Because it's like always so good at the beginning, but then you get a
Yeah.
bunch of copycat games, and you're like, damn, dude, don't ruin like what made this genre so
Special.
wholesome. But,
Made it special.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Now, would you? Now, I know we're jumping back a little bit, but we're talking about first person shooter. Would you be cool with you said the finals was a first person shooter, right?
Yes.
Would you be cool if they had an Arc Raiders mode where it was first person? You think they could handle that? Do you think it's enough to build in and throw in there, or you think they just keep it as it is? And
Would it be cool? 100%. Would I play it? 100%. Would it make any sense in the world in which they've already built? I don't know.
okay,
Yeah. I think there's so many elements to like first person gunplay that are like snappier and quicker, and like just how clunky, like intentionally clunky, the third person arc gameplay feels. Like I love it. Don't get me wrong. Like, but I say clunky in a good way here. I just don't know how well that would translate to a first person shooter.
no, I mean, I'm excited to see what they do back and forth to try to make each other not make each other better, but compete with each other. And I think it's good for the market. You shouldn't be the only extraction shooter, right? Like then you can do whatever you want. But they have been a great company so far, and I don't want to take anything away from Embark. I just think I will definitely give a Bungie game a shot because I've played a lot of Bungie games in my past. But I don't think I'm ever leaving Arc Raiders for it. It's just like you said, Arc Raiders feels special, or at least unique on how it came about, and their Vidocs were great too. So, there's that.
Hey, we'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, too, Dave, you and I are just gamers, dude. We're excited when new things are released and look interesting. So it's fun to be excited to see what they drop, good or bad.
Agreed.
All right, my man. Let's wrap things up here. I think we're getting close to our hour.
I thought we got on the 30 minutes. We were doing 30 minutes today.
Well, we double our time every time. So
okay,
alas,
perfect.
here we are. My dude. All right, what's on the Embark workbench this week?
Embark
Mr.
workbench,
DJ?
the armchair developer workbench today is.
What we got?
I got a 1 and I got a 1A.
Okay.
My super easy fix they could do with no problem. It'd be easy for them to do. Would be whenever you're questing, showing on the map when you're going to select which drop-in point you're going to have like a little quest symbol next to those points, so that you have a quest there. If if you are doing the quest line and you're like, oh, I need to go to the you have to go into the quest to say, oh, I have to go to the dam now. It'd be nice if you pull up the map. It says, oh, there's a quest for Lance at dam. I'm going to go there, and then just pop right in. They have indicators for the like electromagnetic storm, the lush blooms. They could easily just add that in. At least I would think. I don't know how big of an impact it would be, but I think it would help at least the game a little bit.
Feel that? As I always do in these, let me play devil's advocate. Do you think that might get a little too cluttered on the map selection screen, or do you think that there's plenty of room there still to?
The map is huge. There's so much space. It's plenty of space.
I mean, like when you press play and you're selecting the map that you want to play.
I don't think if you just put it through a small little indicator, that's gonna affect it that much.
Literally something that just says like quest here.
A little picture of Lance in the little teeny tiny circle. It's fine.
Okay.
I think you're good there. And then my 1A also revolves around maps, and this is for Special Adam here, who is he's not good at seeing things. So he would like you to be able to zoom in further on the maps. In game, I think even in the lobby, why not? You can see what's going on there. But he isn't wrong, right? So you're holding a piece of paper, you're holding a map. You only get like this view of it. You could go like this and like get a little closer to that map. Like don't need, like, it's not like impossible to do that. Why couldn't you bring it a little closer to your face? So that's the other Embark workbench, and we love Adam for that one.
Okay. Can I throw mine in here this week?
Please.
I got a little one.
Always.
I was a little sad as a tried and true PvPer to not see a trigger nade nerf, because trigger nades are running rampant right now, and they are, I don't want to say they're absolutely busted because everybody says everything's absolutely busted, but they are insanely strong, and if you have them, you can turn the tide of a fight very, very quickly. So I was really hoping to see a little like maybe delay on igniting them nerf or like ability, like distance that they're throwable, just anything, any little kind of nerf, and we didn't. So my workbench is, please, when you guys are done with your beautiful holiday that you so well deserve, let's nerf the trigger nade just a little bit.
My devil's advocate is they put out a 57-page patch note update, and now you're worried about a trigger nade?
I am worried about a trigger nade. Yes, yes, sir. I am. Yes.
That's it. That's all I got. I just was curious.
Yep,
Oh man.
I said what I said, and I meant what I meant.
I said, all right, enjoy your vacations and fix that for Brad, please, right now.
Please, no, you take your time. We can wait. The counterbalance here is that I too am always running a bunch of trigger nades, so at least the playing field is even. If you want to run trigger nades, they're there to use. But it doesn't feel good. It just feels like a little like ratty. It doesn't feel like the greatest. You want to when you knock somebody, you want to feel good about it. And trigger nades just feel like a get out of jail free card a bit.
Before you go on your vacation, your holiday, fix it right now. And then you get one extra day of holiday, and then we'll be good.
Oh, perfect, Dave. Perfect. Thank you, my
Love
guy.
it.
Thanks
Love
for standing up for the
I'm
trigger
here.
nade.
I'm here for you.
Anyway, we've hit our hours, so thank y'all for hanging out with us. We are, like we mentioned at the beginning of the episode, we will be doing a special mini episode on this coming Sunday, i.e., what day is that,
The
Dave?
21st, which will be the day before the reset. Yeah, the cycle.
Monday
reset.
the 21st, day before cycle reset. We will be doing a deep dive on the patch notes. I know it's a little bit later from this release, but with our schedules, it is the best we can do. So if any of y'all want to follow along, we'll be there on Sunday.
Yeah, and I think along with that, we'll do a little bit of gameplay too, just to try to mix it up a little bit after we go over some patch notes.
We would love to do that too. If y'all are interested in the chat, man, we want to be done with these episodes and then get like a couple people in with us after, because we're gonna start streaming post like on our personal accounts. Follow DJ on Twitch at DJ Oros, DJOROS, and I'm on Twitch at IITZCODA. It's Coda. If you guys follow us there, we would love to play with people after we're done, especially on Tuesdays here. So if y'all can fit that in your schedule, man, we would love to have you a part of it.
And then I think next we're trying we will have a day before Christmas Eve, but Tuesday we are going to podcast again, and we were trying to have our first guest on as long as everything goes smoothly there. So I don't want to call anybody out at the moment, but we're going to have a first guest, and we can ask some questions and start digging into some other people's opinions on stuff, because it'd be nice to have some other input as well as ours.
Indeed. Episode 5, first guest. Can't wait.
Goals.
Anyway, we got together the other day, goals, and we put together a huge list of stuff we wanted to get done by episode 10. So we're going to have updated audio. We'll have releases on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, etc. We will have small, shorter form content on all socials. We're talking YouTube Shorts, TikTok, all the above there. We're also going to be releasing, for people who are more into it, like 15 to 25 minute condensed versions of these podcasts that are edited really professionally, also funny, but like the biggest topics of the week. So if you're more into that condensed version, we will have those on YouTube every week. So that's where we stand. This is all by episode 10. We're trying to hit this goal.
We'll get there. And I know this is gonna the runtime like one more minute, but we did miss it earlier because I did want to talk about it. We've talked about it in the past, the end of round surveys. But I just want to make sure everybody knows that the end of round surveys got a little bit deeper.
I got a buff. I want end of round surveys got a buff.
And I want everybody to answer these surveys because it probably goes a really long way, and answer them sincerely, and just so it helps out the community. But at the end of every round, I give them negative feedback because I care about them and I want them to work harder. But I do want them to have their holiday break. But they now ask you if you enjoyed the game, if you didn't enjoy the game, but then they also ask you what made you not enjoy the game. And if you hit other, you can always send something in, like you can type out a message. So I have on the screen really quick what I put. It said, what did you dislike most about last round? Tell us more. And I typed in, I love this game. Please make more merch to buy, trinkets and stuff. Love you. And that's the last thing I have for my negative comments for the day.
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, my guy. Make sure everybody types in those that they need more merch so that Dave can get his fill. His
Thank you.
fix.
Thank you. Thank you.
Trigger Nade, Nerf, and merch. That's all we got. Cheers, everybody. Thank you so much. You can follow us on all socials at the Tick Pod. We will be back on Sunday. Thank you all, guys. We
See you
love
guys then. Thank
See
you.
next
Thank you.
time.
Bye.